Hey everybody, it's Rob from Man Sewing, and if I got a super salsa-rific special treat for you today, yeah, check this out. Now, when we started putting this channel together, I promised you lots of quilting and fun sewing and crafting tutorials, but I said I was doing a little bit with music, and even better than that, lots with food. So check this. This is Chef Chad.
How you guys doing?
Blue Sage Restaurant, and Blue Sage is almost directly below the film studio here in Hamilton and just down from the Missouri Star Quilt Company. So when you're here checking out the shops, you've got to come in and get something great to eat. I'm in your house, so Chef, take it away.
Awesome, Rob. Today we're gonna do some salsa. The reason we kind of decided this is because we're kind of on the precipice of warm weather,
right?
And those fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, all that stuff is coming out. And so kind of wanted to do something today to highlight, you know, that time of season. And something that's really, really easy for people to throw together is a salsa, you know?
Fantastic.
There's so many variations on what you can do with salsa. So many people have different tastes, spicy, sweet,
right?
All that kind of stuff. So today we're just gonna dive in and so we're gonna start with a traditional salsa and just kind of talk about different ways that we can take that up a notch and develop your own uniqueness in your salsas at home, that type of thing. So
very cool. Well, what's the easy way to do this? You want to walk us through all the ingredients or just the base, and we'll just kind of build as we go?
Let's walk through all the ingredients real fast.
Okay.
And then just as we're going throughout, people can know and learn to adapt and what we can throw into salsas. So first and foremost over here we got mango on the side, and that's kind of a familiar type of salsa. What we'll do is, a traditional salsa is tomato based, and so we'll take this and instead of tomatoes maybe apply diced mangoes, something like that. That adds a different flair, a different sweetness to our salsa.
Right.
We got red peppers, which are another way to spice up salsa, give you a different flavor profile, but not add a lot of heat.
Right.
And then we got several different types of peppers. We've got serranos, we've got jalapenos, we also have an Anaheim pepper, and all those peppers range in different temperatures.
Jalapeno is the hottest, or is the serrano?
The serrano
is the hottest.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll talk a little bit about ways to eliminate some of the heat from your salsa.
Got it.
As we go. We got limes here. That's a classic addition to salsa. We got kiwi.
Check this out. I love the way kiwi just looks as a food.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Isn't that pretty?
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Okay.
Then we got yellow onion. Again, another solid staple. We've got our crushed tomatoes that are going to be our classic base.
Right.
We got a red onion. I've also previously roasted some corn and got that ready if we want to do you know, a Southwest style salsa.
Okay.
And then we've got our spices right here, and we'll address those as we get going.
All right.
So this is going to be our prep bowl.
Okay.
And what we're going to start with is we're going to start with our tomatoes. Okay.
Right. Chad has just dumped the tomato base into our prep bowl to get us started.
Wonderful, wonderful. So next, now we're going to work on dicing up our next few ingredients.
Okay.
So we're going to start with kind of a more traditional flair.
All right.
We're going to pull out some jalapenos, okay? And what we're going to do, I'm going to get you in on this too,
Oh,
Rob.
Cool.
You got to get going. So we're going to take these spoons.
I'm just going to slide that there, okay.
Like I had mentioned earlier, this is one thing, the component of the salsa that's going to control some of the temperature.
Heat is in the seeds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's called capsaicin oil, and it's found in the seeds of the peppers, and that's really what we attribute the heat to.
Right.
You know? So if we just take that spoon and dig all those out, we'll just delete those from our salsa.
Got it.
Okay. Grab your knife and just smash that jalapeno flat.
That's going to keep it from rolling around and slipping.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. And we're going to cut long strips with this.
Okay.
So yeah, turn your pepper, and we just want them as small and skinny as we can.
Oh, it's been too long since I've been in a real kitchen. This is wonderful. I'm no good, but I still love it.
A sharp knife. It's not like cutting those with your butter knife at home.
Okay, so I'm rolling mine around.
Okay, and then as soon as we're done with that, we're going to stack them and then just small dice them just like that.
Oops, I went ahead of schedule, didn't I?
No, dude, that's what it's all about. We want to get this salsa, you know? It's going to taste good.
I'm not looking at the camera because I have a sharp knife in my fingers right now.
That's awesome.
Not too shabby, huh?
Dude, they look beautiful.
They're not perfect. They're not perfect, but they certainly were fun. I'm going to get this oil all over my fingers and then go do the unspeakable.
So go ahead and put that in.
And I wash my hands first, by the way, so we can certainly sample this when we're done. Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and add our other thing of tomatoes as well, because we've just quantified our jalapeno.
We're not really doing 2 of everything. This is just kind of a feel or flavor, or is there specific quantities here, proportionality?
No. Really, when you're cooking, everything should be told by your tongue.
There you go,
so to speak,
taste.
You know, exactly. So we'll salt to taste, all of our seasonings, we'll do that to taste, because everybody's got totally different preferences.
Right.
And that's what's fun about food, is it's something that you can identify with, you know?
Fantastic.
So we're going to just give you the basics and then take it from there and make your next step with it.
Okay, so we've got the tomatoes and the jalapenos in there, no seeds.
Right. Next we're going to do some onions.
Okay.
Okay. Let's start with a yellow onion.
Fabulous.
Okay?
Now, Chad's going to show us a cool trick on how to make dicing an onion pretty darn easy, I hope.
I am. I'm going to show you the tricks of the trade.
Got it.
So our very, very first step in making sure that we do a diced onion correctly is to save this portion of the onion. Okay? We want to leave that on there. So we've eliminated one end, but we want to save the end. Because as we know, an onion is made of layers. Okay? So this end, Rob's going to help us keep all those layers together.
Got it.
You know?
Okay.
Okay? So then we're going to lay that on our cutting board.
Okay.
And what we want to do is we want to take our knife and we want to make a couple horizontal incisions.
These are about a 1/4 inch seam allowance we're doing here?
Yeah, that'd be great.
1/4 inch seam allowance. And I'm not going all the way to the butt, correct?
Don't go all the way through.
Okay, so I'm stopping right about here. I don't want to go all the way to the butt of this thing. Don't want to be the butt of any of these jokes this afternoon. How am I doing?
So great, it looks wonderful. So we want to keep doing that, and again, you can pick up your onion and notice that it's still all together. That's what we're going for.
Got it.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Man, you're a pro.
Only the onions.
And then now we're going to go across and we're going to make vertical cuts.
Okay, this way?
Yeah, and we can do this, again, according to your tastes. If you like really, really textural salsa, make them big spaces. If you want that onion really to blend in with the rest of your salsa, make them really, really small. So the smaller the onion, you know, the more it blends in with the rest of those flavors.
So the quilters that are following along, it's a 1/4 inch seam allowance for a fine dice. It's a 5/8, like your garment seam allowance for your large dice. Okay, let me see if I can get caught up here.
That's awesome.
Uh-oh, I'm making a mess now.
Yeah, dude, I'm making a mess too, you know. We make this sound easier than it looks, you know, but that's part of the job.
Oh, I'm a hack. I'm killing this one. Some of us prep just for the compost pile. Some of us prep for the prep bowl.
And that's wonderful in a professional kitchen. We can take all those scraps and put them in a bucket, and we can make stock, soups, and all that kind of stuff out of them. So if you're into that, if you want to make soups and stocks, save these ends. It's a great base for all of that.
All right.
So we're going to go ahead and put our finely minced onions into our salsa.
It's huge.
Rob, you can leave yours out, kid.
My onions have been banned from the salsa already. Hey, would you hand me one of those towels real quick, please? Thanks. Fabulous. Okay, so we got our onions, we've got our tomato, we've got our jalapeno. I've got my onions to keep for later. I'll put those in my pockets to take them home with me. What comes in next? Okay,
now we're going to start to season this.
Okay.
Okay, and the seasonings that we have here, we have some granulated garlic, we have some kosher salt, we got some onion powder. And onion powder is a really good substitute if people have trouble with textures. Again, you can omit onions from this.
Oh, and add the onion powder.
Add onion powder so you still get onion flavor.
Got it.
We got some fresh garlic. We've got some red pepper flakes. And we also have cumin powder.
I was guessing that was cumin. Yep.
Good old cumin.
You should have tested me and see if I could have got them right. I actually would have got 100% on that one.
Let's try it. Let's try it again. Go.
Oh, okay. So this was granulated garlic, kosher salt, This was onion powder, fresh minced garlic, crushed red pepper, and cumin.
Dude, A.
Nice.
A for today.
Those are the only spices I have in my house, other than a little bit of basil and thyme I like for rices and stuff.
And that's also the beauty of this, is that these are very common things.
Right.
You know, if you go out and buy a spice rack, you usually get all this stuff in there.
The basics.
It's simple stuff.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and add a little bit of cumin in there.
Kind of the magic dusting.
For this, I'd say about a quarter teaspoon. We'll add a little red pepper flake. I like a little spicy.
Yeah, I was gonna say the red pepper flake's gonna add a little bit of kick as well. My wife is got more of the dragon tongue than I do. She can handle any spice. Yeah. She loves Thai food. She loves it as hot as it gets here. For me, I'm always like medium, and then she brings over the extra spices later on. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Then we'll put in a little bit of fresh garlic. We're gonna omit the onion powder in this one.
No onion powder because we've got the onions.
Just dice the onion. A little kosher salt.
Great.
And we'll come back and visit that, because you can always add salt, can't take it away, you know? So start with the little, and then if you need more as you're going along, we'll go from there.
Now, will the salt kind of marry into the ingredients over time as well? Will it get saltier like a half an hour from now?
It can if you use an excess amount of salt.
Okay,
you know?
but usually you taste it in the first.
But yeah, usually, especially with the recipe like this, it's going to be very apparent from the get-go. And then we'll put a little bit of garlic powder, or granulated garlic, I should say.
Great.
In there. Okay. And we're going to go grab the secret ingredient.
The secret ingredient. Okay. Oh, and the secret ingredient is?
Cilantro.
Fresh cilantro. One of my favorites, not one of my wife's favorites. So she can handle the spice, I can handle the cilantro.
Exactly.
That's right.
And some people they're indifferent to this, you know.
A little bit goes a long ways.
Right.
Got it.
Got to be very, very gentle with it.
Okay. Show us how.
So we're just going to take these, and these have some stems on them. So we're just going to, as men we're making a mess here, right?
Okay. So am I going to do the same thing?
Yeah, so we're just going to take some of the stems off and really try and get as much leaf as we can. Okay. Okay, and we just need a few. And then we're just going to, mince this as much as we can here.
Okay.
So what I like to do is I just like to roll it. Stack it and then roll it on the cutting board. Okay. And then you can just come along and get real nice thin strips of that cilantro. And you can also do this in several different ways. Some people like a whole leaf cilantro, where you leave the whole thing together. You can spend a little while chopping it up into really, really fine pieces. Or we're just going to leave it just like this. Get kind of a coarse chop.
I'm giving myself a B- on that one. Not as bad as the onions, you know, not as great as the jalapeno.
And we're just going to add that in.
I get to put mine in too.
Let's hold off on yours just for now, because it is strong.
It's a little big. I know. It's all right. Okay. Now, and while you're getting the next ingredient ready, I remember then too, if you were hitting this with a dull knife, you would have basically been just bruising it. And if you've ever gotten garnished like that, and it's just basically been blistered and bruised over and over again, your knife's just not quite doing the right thing, and it'll change the effect and a little bit of the flavor, won't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even your texture on your tongue, it can turn slimy and things like that. Cool. And that goes with many fresh herbs like this, you know, basils, Italian parsley, that type of thing.
Perfect.
So we're going to mix this up.
Okay.
And then see what else taste it and see what else we need to add.
Fantastic. So what do you like to mix with? Your fingers? A fork?
Might as well with the fingers, right?
Yeah.
Be my guest.
My hands are clean. Yeah, the chef I worked under for a lot of years, that's all he ever did, but he always had a little bleach bucket close.
That's awesome, yeah.
Drop your hands in.
Sanitize. Yep. Get cleaned up.
Now I'm going to be in trouble. I'm not going to be able to touch anything. How's that look?
Oh, that's looking fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
See, it's nice and chunky. We don't have a lot of liquid in there, you know.
Right. That's going to hold up.
And some things that can change that as well is holding out in your diced tomatoes, saving some of the juice, whether you're using canned or fresh tomatoes, that type of thing.
Right.
You can change the consistency using that juice.
Nice.
But to finish it off, we'll definitely need some squeezed lime in there.
Okay.
So why don't you grab one too?
Okay. So we're going double lime on this?
Oh yeah, give it that lime love.
Fantastic. Now I know we got to roll towards the end of this pretty quick here. So I'm almost wondering, do we have the opportunity that we could build? I see you have most of the ingredients prepared. Can we, in like a minute or two, just throw together a fruit salsa? Is that possible, or am I asking the impossible?
No.
Can we use this bowl here?
Yeah.
Okay, because I know they want to see you use that mango and maybe the kiwi or whatever you're going to do. And then while you're busy with that, would you just hand me those chips when you get a moment?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna. I don't want to get in his way at this point. There we go. And
so how did it turn out?
It's fabulous, but I haven't tried it with the corn in it yet.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, we're just gonna repeat all those same steps, but we're gonna use the mangoes.
Oh, that's good.
And I'm gonna dice up some of these kiwis real fast. So we'll do a mango kiwi.
Okay, so he's got the mangoes in there. He's got his kiwi in there. He peeled the kiwi first. Obviously, kiwi skin's no good. Mango you peeled first, right?
Yep.
Yep, got the seed out of there. Or do you add the bell pepper in there? Or this one you're going to use the... Did you say that was the Serrano? No, that one's not the Serrano.
This is the Anaheim.
That's the Anaheim, which is a little on the cooler side of the peppers,
yeah,
right?
Yep.
So it's going to be sweeter to go with the rest of that sweet ingredients there. The restaurant I worked in thought we were kind of like that Tex-Mex California cuisine, so we'd actually add a little bit of tequila to this salsa.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Happy salsa.
Happy salsa, yes. Because the tequila did not cook out of the salsa.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then we'll take some of my onions.
Still not using my onions. I like that. That's all right, Chad. You won't hurt my feelings. You can use my cilantro if you want. If not, you won't hurt my feelings either. Oh, how fun. So while we're wrapping up this last little bit of salsa here, I'm going to let Chad finish in peace. I'm hoping you like these kinds of segments. Please let us know in the comment sections below so that if you like this kind of stuff, we film a lot out here in Hamilton. We can offer to do more of these with Chad. Maybe there's a kind of recipe you're excited to hear, or you've eaten at Blue Sage and you just want to know how on earth did he create those fabulous flavors, you know? So drop that kind of info in the comment section as he's putting the final touches here on our fruit salsa.
And we can add even a little bit of salt to this, Rob.
So you went with garlic while I was talking, right? And you had the cilantro in there.
Yep.
Did you sneak anything else on me when I wasn't looking?
Just those kiwis, the onion, and the mango.
Got it. And the pepper.
Yep.
Got it.
And then shoot. Right there. There we go.
I better try this with a chip as well. Oh, that's really good too. Chad, this has been a blast, man. I think we should do the whole show with our mouth full of food too, don't you think?
Exactly. Thanks, man.
Thank you so much. All right, you guys, we want to hear what you want to see next, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks,
at
guys.
Man Sewing.